Just gonna make a quick video here for you to show you a couple of things in example form. Yeah, so basically this is it. A lot of people think you need to be confident in your setups, or you need to have like some sort of extreme skill in trading, or you need to be smart, and that's not true at all. You don't need to be that smart, you don't need to be that skilled. You do need to be patient, and you do need to do the same thing over and over, but you don't need to be confident. I'm not confident in 95% of the trades I take, but I take them anyway because they fit my setup, and I just leave it. Last week I had a couple really big trades, and I was not confident at all that they were going to hit the TP because I had the TP set so far away, but that was my plan, to put the TP there, so I put it there, and sure enough it ran all the way to that TP. So I don't need to be confident, I just need to not close the trade. The market doesn't need me to believe in it for it to move, it just moves on its own. So if I'm not confident, it just makes it a little harder for me to hold the trade. But ultimately, the market doesn't need me to be confident. So yeah, I'm not confident in most of my trades, but I know my back-tested data says over half the time this strategy gives me a good win rate with a good risk to reward. So I take it, and yeah, I just don't close it because I realized a long time ago that you don't need to be smart to make money. You need to be in the trade and not closing it to make money. You can't make money if you get out of the trade. So yeah, I just let it run, and whether I believe in it or not, I just stick to the plan that I made beforehand. So that's the confidence factor. If you're waiting to do stuff until you're super sure, super confident, it might not happen. Because I've been trading a long time and I'm still not confident in the setups, and so I just accept that's what it is and follow the plan that I have written down on the paper in front of me, and every day just show up and follow the exact same plan. I'm not doing what AK is doing. I'm not following anything else because I don't really care what they're doing. They're not doing what I'm doing, and I have my own business and my own business plan. Like McDonald's doesn't care what Wendy's is doing. They're not Wendy's. They have their own thing. They especially don't care what the daycare is doing or what the trucking company is doing. They make burgers, so yeah, I don't care what anyone else is doing, and that's why you guys probably don't see me around much, because it works better if I just focus on myself and keep it nice and clean and simple and zen, and don't get anybody else's ideas to infiltrate my strategy or my daily concepts. So yeah, that's the confidence part I just want to share. And the next part is something I don't think people realize. And I'll just show you how it works here. So Einstein said compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world, and a lot of people have heard that and they know it. And I've shared stuff about compound interest, and so has Ahmed. And people hear it and they're like, "Yeah, that's a good idea," but they don't implement it because they don't actually see the value. So I think I'll show you it in visual format, and maybe you'll see the value of it a little more. And yeah, so basically, a lot of people want to catch like 1 to 10 trades, 1 to 12 trades, 1 to 7 trades, but those trades are hard for people to catch. So there's an easier way to do that, and I'll show you right now. So if we go like this, hang on. So let's just go like this. We'll call this the bankroll. This will be the easiest way probably for you to see what I'm doing here. So we'll call this the bankroll, and we'll call this the market, and then we'll call this part our win result. Okay, so let's go with this. I'll have this stupid mouse. Hang on a sec. There we go. Okay, so we have our bankroll, we have the market, and we have our win result. So these are basically what your money is going to be doing as you trade. So this will be $100 token. So let's call this $100. Inside it, we'll put $100. So we'll call this $100. So I come from a poker gambling type business family, so I visualize things a lot of times with putting chips in the middle and how I risk and how I get a return and how I stack up chips and only risk a certain amount of chips on the next hand or the next trade. So I think about trading from a different perspective. So it's easy for me to break apart my balance into different groups of chips or different stacks of money and things like that. So this is the easiest way for me to show you. And when you see it like this, you'll maybe start thinking about your account different. So say your bankroll, you take $100 from it. Your bankroll could be maybe $1,000, right? But say you have $1,000 over here. But for this trade, you're just going to use $100, and that's going to be your bankroll for this trade idea. So this is just a single trade idea, right? So you're going to say, my bankroll I have for this trade is $100. We're only going to be trying to get a 1 to 2 on this first trade. Mind you, people want to get 1 to 10s and stuff, right? So watch this. We're going to try to get a 1 to 2 here. So say we have this $100, and now we put it into the market, right? We put our $100 into the market. So now the trade wins. Oops. So now the trade wins. And our win result is 1 to 2, right? So our win result is 1 to 2. So what do we have? We have the 1 to 2 we just made, right? So that's $200, but we still have the original $100 we risked because we didn't lose. So our total we have now is 300. So now look, our bankroll is now this. Let's do it this way. So stay with me. So we started out with $100. We put it in the market. We won the trade at 1 to 2, so we won 200, but we still have our original $100. So our bankroll is now $300. Our bankroll is now $300. Oops. And now on the next trade, all we're trying to do is get a 1 to 3. So now watch what happens. Now we're trying to get a 1 to 3 on this next trade. So we'll delete this because now our goal is 1 to 3. And I'm sure you can catch 1 to 2 trades and 1 to 3 trades. So now we have a trade here. We have our $300 bankroll. We put it into the market. We put our $300 bankroll into the market, and now we get a 1 to 3. So now we get this 1 to 3, 1 to 3, 1 to 3. So we put our $300 into the market, and we got a 1 to 3. So now we have $900 we just made, but we also still have our $300 because we didn't lose on that trade. So now your bankroll is 900 plus 300. Your bankroll is now $1,200. So in just 2 trades, from a 1 to 2 trade and a 1 to 3 trade, you've turned your bankroll from $100 into $1,200. From $100 into $1,200. Let that sink in, just by getting a 1 to 2 trade and a 1 to 3 trade. So it's so much easier to get a 1 to 2 trade and then a 1 to 3 trade than it is to get a 1 to 10 trade. This is 1 to 12 right here. So it's easier to get a 1 to 2 trade and a 1 to 3 trade than it is to get a 1 to 10 trade. It's hard to hold a 1 to 10 trade. I don't even try. The most I try to hold is 1 to 5 trade. Most of mine are 1 to 2, 1 to 3. But this is the power of compounding. If you lose all of this right here, it doesn't really matter because all you're out is this first $100 you risked. This is just profit you made from the $100. You guys aren't thinking about your trading in multiple trade series. You're thinking it in one trade at a time. I have to win this trade. This trade's going to pass my thing. Blah, blah, blah. I can't have this trade lose. Stop thinking of single trades and start thinking of groups of at least 2 trades. Take your trading from 1-dimensional to at least 2-dimensional. I'm in 4th dimension right now. 5th dimension was my trading. I have almost $1 million in accounts. How am I going to, or I'm not copy trading them, so how am I going to organize all those accounts, and when I blow those accounts, get new accounts to fill in that position so quick? How am I going to manage all that and be organized if I'm not thinking about things in deeper dimensions? I'm not just thinking about a single account, I'm not just thinking about a single trade. So if you guys start thinking about everything in series of 2 trades, this will really help you out. So don't worry if the next trade wins or loses, who cares? If you're getting a 1 to 12 here after 2 trades in a row win, then let's let the next trade be a loser. Let the trade after that be a loser. Then hopefully the next two are winners. If they're not, just let them be losers. You're gonna make more money than you lose if you start looking at things in a more professional way. When you run a business, you don't just look at every single thing, you let things happen. You don't worry about how many customers came in the store today. Maybe no one comes in your store today, but over the month you'll make enough sales and enough money to pay the rent. Maybe you'll get 50 people in the store today, and then the next day will be the slowest day of the year for you. You don't know that, and you don't really care when you're in business. You just show up, you open the door, you turn on the lights, you run your business like you're supposed to run it every day, and you let the results take care of themselves. You don't get sad if no one shows up. You just do what you got to do. So if you guys start looking at your trades in series of two, you're going to get a lot better success rate, and you won't care so much if a trade's a loser, because who cares if you lose one of these trades for 100? Who cares if you lose the next trade for 100? Who cares if you lose a third trade for 100? You're going for $1,200 in reward here. It doesn't matter if you lose some trades, but the way you guys are doing it, the way your mind is you're putting so much pressure on every single trade that this trade has to win, and my stop loss is so big, this trade can't be a loser. You're just killing your momentum, and yeah, so I just want to show you guys this in visual terms. So if you want to screenshot this, screenshot it. But basically, I'll put this over here. It's just a concept I want to share with you because, like I said, this is my way of thinking. And most people aren't thinking this way. They're too short-sighted, and they're only focused on the next trade. And the next trade to me doesn't matter. I know that some trades are going to win, some trades are going to lose. I don't know which ones are going to be the winners. I don't know which ones are going to be the losers. I don't care which trades are going to be the winners and losers. I just let the results take care of themselves. My job is just to show up and do what I know I need to do and let the results take care of themselves. Like I said, I don't need to be confident. I don't need anything. I just need to follow my plan every day, cut out the noise, not listen to anyone, and do what I need to do. So yeah, let's see if I can make this bigger. There you go. Now you guys can screenshot it if you want. You can see exactly what's going on. So just try and follow a plan like this and get some damn results. That's all I gotta say. Peace out, guys. I love you all. And yeah, I'm not sure who I'm gonna share this with, but if you got it, then congratulations. Much love. Peace out. Have a good weekend.